Hello and welcome to English Capsules. Today's capsule, farting capsule. Get your coffee ready and let's get started.
Okay, so hello everyone. It's a funny capsule today. I think we think it's going to be fun. We are going to start with a dialogue in English. First in English.
Probably just by the English part, you're not going to find any correlation between the name of our capsule, super fun name of our capsule today, but you will see it later. You shall see the light by the end of the episode.
And besides, it's going to be like the whole dialogue in English. Maybe it doesn't make any sense.
At the beginning, it's going to sound like, hey, these people have gone crazy, probably, but that's not the point.
We have, but yes.
Yes, and when we go to the Spanish part, you're going to see why.
So as we were saying, this is going to be a dialogue into English first and then in Spanish. Our idea, as we always say, is to find the equivalents from one language to the other.
So that's the point in this one. I don't know if to launch our challenge right now or wait. So, can you, smart people that we have as audience, find a correlation between the title of our episode and the dialogue we are going to read? Don't wait until the part in Spanish. Try to figure it out before we get there.
Exactly. Our piece of advice maybe can be that they can pause the episode, maybe listen again to try to figure it out in order to find this connection between the title and what we have said in English first. And then you will have your answer when we get into the Spanish version.
Pay attention to how our pitches are going to change, meaning our tone of voice will probably be completely different since one part is going to be English and the other part is going to be Spanish. So pay attention because that's super interesting how we change our voices when we talk in another language, right? So we hope you have fun with this one as much as we did when preparing it.
Lights, camera, action.
Hey, I'm doing nothing. Want to come over for some mates?
Perfect! This week has been hectic and it was impossible to get together. Let's have some mates and catch up.
Okay. Shall we invite Carla?
No way! Last night out, she got so wasted and messed up with me big time.
You're right. Plus, there's no point in talking to her because she's not going to apologize. Hello, my friend. Come in, come in.
You won't believe what just happened. I was almost run over by a car. It was rushing and drove through the red light.
Good grief, I'm glad you're fine. Okay, the water is ready. Shall we?
This yerba is shitty.
Quit talking nonsense. It was really expensive. Let's go to Argentinian version.
Wait. Let's remind our audience that this is the time to pause and try to figure out what's the relationship between our super posh dialogue in English and the title. Because right now I think it's quite obscure, right?
Yeah, no, they are not going to have not even a clue. Not even a clue.
Now it's the time for the Spanish version.
Okay, we have to point out that it is in Spanish, but it's the Argentinian version because maybe in other countries of the world where they speak Spanish, they don't use this word so much.
Lights, camera, action.
Che, estoy al pedo, ¿te venís a casa a tomar unos mates?
Dale, buenísimo. Esta semana estuve a los santos pedos y fue imposible juntarnos. Salen mates y nos ponemos al día.
Dale. Che, ¿le avisamos a Carla?
No, ni en pedo. La última salida se puso re en pedo y bardeó mal.
Tenés razón. Además, es al pedo decirle porque no se va a disculpar. Hola amiga, pasá, pasá.
¡Ay, boluda! No me atropellaron de pedo. Venía un auto a los pedos y pasó el semáforo en rojo.
¿Te estás jodiendo? Bueno, menos mal que no te pasó nada.
¡Fa! ¡Qué pedorra esta yerba!
Bueno, che, no les al pedo, me salió carísima.
I'm sorry, we need a few minutes in order to stop laughing.
Oh my
Not
goodness.
only are we going to get an Oscar for our performance, but also for the script of this episode.
It took us many minutes. Well, we have to say that it took us many meetings, not because we don't know what we are talking about, but we had to force the context in order to make the word pedo fit in all the parts. So if you are Argentinian and know English, or if you are an English speaking person and have had the chance of visiting our country, you are going to understand what we are talking about here. This is a word that we use a lot, and it
Yes.
has many different meanings.
Yes, so probably we use it not as much as we did in the dialogue because, as you said, we were exaggerating in order to show our point, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
But we do use it a lot. So I'm thinking that probably a challenge for our audience in our Instagram account, The English Capsule, would be to try to find the proper translation to some of the expressions that we use in Spanish. So you can either go back in the episode and try to find them in the English version, which is much more dull, if you ask me.
Yes, of course.
Or maybe you can make up your own definitions because if you know the words, we mostly use them. So
It's a great challenge. And besides, I'm thinking that maybe there are people who use these expressions and they would translate them with other words in English, not the ones that we have used. So maybe they can find like a different sense for the word and they can find a better expression or a different one, not better.
that's true.
So another thing that we can add here is to ask our audience, mainly Argentinian audience, what words we say, like this one, like pedo, which word we say a lot, and you would like us to go deeper in English.
I'm like trying to find words in order to describe what I feel about the translation that we did because it's not that our translation is bad, the translation is proper. The thing is that the meanings are
boring.
so diluted. Right, it's boring. It sounds like two posh people having a conversation. Would you like to come over for tea?
In our language, it's like more informal, more, yeah, it has the, not only the meaning changes, but the whole intention maybe.
It's not that it's impossible to translate. We do our best in order to find a translation. However, is what we were saying. They end up losing a bit of the flair that they normally have.
Exactly. Sure. Okay, so before we go, remember to subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Give love to our content and spread the word to help our channel grow.
Also, remember that you can rate our episodes and comment on each capsule. Activate the bell so that you know when our next capsule is out. And take a look at the description and our Instagram account to take more advantage of our content.
Okay, so that's all for today. Bye for now.
Bye.